Yeah.
No, I walked over here and you're about to
Like,
take a picture of
this
them.
lady has no shame.
You want to document this? Go ahead. This is
Like,
disruptive
literally.
to its jobs, college acceptances, let alone how incredibly effective this
This is so wild.
It's not a face
I'm
mask.
so sorry.
This is
to
so
everyone
shameful. This is so shameful. Like,
We don't.
So they've gone into Sephora and they're using the makeup to do blackface. Well,
Yeah, that's what's being.
well, look, there's a very simple response for this. If you fuck around, you'll find out. That's all it is. If you want to do blackface like some stupid little girls, don't be surprised if some black people roll up on you. Don't want to hear this whole, oh, you shouldn't. I'm not advocating violence. I live in reality. If you do blackface, people are going to get pissed off. You're laughing, you're giggling there. You're going to do it in someone's face, depending on what area, and you might not make it home. I don't think anyone should be surprised. I certainly wouldn't be upset. If that was one of my friends doing that, I'd tell her that you're a fucking dumbass. And if something happens to you, please don't call my phone.
But that's the thing. In this video, it's like the parent was there. And
Fucking
the
parents.
girl, I don't know if she was worker or not, has approached the mum like, this is outrageous that you're allowing this to happen. And
Yeah.
the mum's basically saying like, there's no issue here. And the girl's like, and the mum was going to take a picture of the girls. And the girl was like, go and then document it if you want. Like, you're going to look like an idiot for even doing that.
Yeah.
And the mum's just bopped off in one direction and her daughter's gone in the other direction, still with all the makeup on her face. And I just think, as a parent as well,
Yeah.
to just look and maybe laugh along and take photos is outrageous. And then I'm not surprised that the kid's doing that if they've got a parent who's even giving that sort of response. Do you know what I mean? No education levels, no consideration, just nothing.
Yeah, no, if I was in there and I saw her doing that, I wouldn't do anything because I'm a calm person. I would just look at them because I know how the world works. For every calm person, there's 10 angry people. So I don't need to do anything. What's going to happen? I wouldn't even sully my hands with sewer juice like you. Like, I would just wait for you to go outside. Someone's going to see you. Some angry black woman's going to see you and she's going to knock you out. And then you'll be the first one on TikTok going, oh, I got assaulted. Good. You deserve it. I'm not advocating violence, but I live in the real world. If you want to poke the bear will bite.
I mean, even the fact that they were like,
what is funny
saw
about
people
it?
looking and then started running off. I think an element of that shows that they know it's wrong anyway.
Where's the joke?
But to actually do that in a shop where there's loads of people around as well, I just don't know what they were thinking.
They obviously have not been disciplined properly, have not been raised properly, and they've never faced real consequences.
No.
The way people learn, unfortunately, is they learn through something harsh happening to them. In these girls' instances, they're going to learn by somebody giving them a slap around the face. It is what it is. I don't feel. Everyone's like, oh, don't advocate for violence, blah, blah, blah. I'm not advocating for violence. I'm just living the real world, right? If you put on blackface now, go over to Tesco's. Let's see if you come back in one piece.
Yeah, but it's like not many people even did anything. You've got one person recording it and one lady standing up to the mum, and that was it. And the mum didn't even leave the store at that point either. Like, she's still barefaced, just carried on walking around. Like,
yeah, the mum's a
still
dummy
gonna
as
finish
well.
my shop. The video's gone viral. Like, loads of people are reacting to it on TikTok, but in that instant, not many people did anything either.
Yeah, I mean, the people are put in instances where you see something straight away. Sometimes you're too stunned to be. You're like, what the fuck? And it takes a second to process that someone as dumb as this could exist. The thing is that child's obviously not been raised right, and it's more telling about the parent. That woman looked old enough to understand what a menstrual show is, right? She's old enough to know what blackface means and where it came from, and how insulting and how harmful it was to black people. They used to put black people in cages and zoos. They used to have them put their faces through holes and people would throw things at their faces, right? And then they would do their stupid shows where someone would wear blackface and put something on their lips and inflate them or whatever and prance around, taking the piss out of black people. So much so this was happening in Hollywood. When Hollywood was still black and white, that was all happening. And that, even though we're far removed from that doesn't mean that you should go around in public doing it. Do it for as long as you think you can do it. Because like I said at the beginning of this video, you're going to fuck around, you're going to find out, and nobody should feel sorry for you. This is the same thing as walking onto a motorway and being surprised when you get hit.
Yeah.
It's the exact same thing. You go into a safari and get out of the car when there's lions and then complain when you get eaten by a lion. You're an idiot. So if black people grab you by your hair and they show you the business, please don't go on TikTok crying. You say you got assaulted by black people. I can't believe this happened. And that's not because I think you should die for doing blackface. It's just, again, I live in the real world, and for every calm person I come across, there's like 10 angry people in the vicinity.
It's true. And it's just, I just don't understand the thought process. Like you've walked in, you've walked over to the foundations, you've looked and picked up the darkest shade you could find and put it over your whole face. Like what was you thinking when you was doing all of that?
I mean, makeup.
What was the intention behind it? What was the meaning? Was it? Do you know what I'm saying?
What
like I don't
wearing?
understand.
What did she have on? Like, makeup. I don't know what I was even looking at. What was that?
On her face?
Yeah,
she's put foundation on.
But she's put so much on that she gets dark.
No, there's different shades. Like you have foundations for different skin colors.
Yeah.
So she's picked up the foundation that's for like darker skin tones. Yeah. So it's just a completely wrong color.
Well, I mean,
because it's not orange.
Yeah. The kid's an idiot, obviously. And thing is that she looks like she's in school. So the message to the mum here is that you've just doomed your kid. Because I'll tell you right now, if your kid went to my secondary school, she's going to come home with blackface, but that's because she's been beaten black and blue. That's just what would happen. Again, I'm not advocating for that, but the girls in my school would not have stood for that. They would have beaten her. She would have had black eyes. That's, again, not me saying it's right or wrong. I just live in reality. It's your kid at the end of the day. If you want to put your kid in harm's way and you think it's funny and you want to have your kid do blackface and run around Sephora laughing, do it. Do it. Make sure you give your kid a kiss on the forehead every day before she leaves the house. Please don't come on here crying if something happens.
I could understand, defending your kid in public in terms of if my kid was out and my kid did something wrong, I won't embarrass them in front of other people, but when they get home, they're going to learn. But in a situation like that, if I was out and my kid's done that on her face, I will literally be like,
I'll fuck you up on the spot.
In there and then, I'll be like, take this off your face right now. I'll switch. Like,
I'm not saying take it off your face. I'll grab you by your puny little neck and I'll take it off for you.
I'll grab
you by your neck and just go like that, get in the fucking car. Yeah. And anyone that's cussing you out, I ain't going to say nothing to them. You're doing blackface in public. Yeah. If someone comes over to my kid, no matter what they've done, and put their hands on them, different story. I'll put hands on my kid. Don't worry about that.
Yeah.
But I'm grabbing you by your little neck and I'm rubbing your face off with the face wipe, getting all that shit off, and then I'm dragging you to the car. And when I get home, you're going to get a smack. Those are the kinds of kids that deserve a smack. You're doing blackface, and then, do you know what else I'd do? I'd sit you down and educate you on where that came from.
Yeah, I think you need to understand. That's going to be the most important part. You need to educate them.
Yeah, I don't mind a good joke or whatever. When you're amongst your friends and you're alone and you're not in public, you need to understand optics. I am friends with people that say very crazy things, but we're in our own little friendship circle. There's a mutual respect and mutual understanding. I don't have to worry about malicious intent. I don't have to worry about putting out the wrong message to the public, right? Some of the things that I say to my black, white, Asian, Turkish, Greek, whatever friends in a group chat is not what I would say to a black, Greek, Asian, Turkish in public, right? So if you're doing stupid things in the confines of your group chats, I'm not going to flame you over it. But if you go into public with blackface and people get angry at you and people come over and want to do you something, don't complain. Like, use your head. As a matter of fact, that girl is old enough, even with her stupid mum being there, she should still be old enough to understand. They sounded English, from what I could hear. They were either English or American.
I think it was American, yeah.
Either way, you live amongst black people. So you should have some understanding. I mean, the whole reason you're laughing about it is because you understand that it's offensive. So you already know. So it's like I said, for the final time, if somebody fucks you up, please don't go on TikTok crying. You deserve what you get. Got no sympathy for you. You'll probably get blackface, but it'll be from getting your ass whooped. Get one black eye here and one black eye there. Then nobody will walk around with that blackface, no problem.